Hello, and welcome to Neptune's world. We have to love Neptune, don't we? Thanks to Neptune, we can live a life outside of our own. So how can we deny Neptune of all of the beauty and the illusionary and the beautiful dream fantasy actualized in a VR setting? So I just wanted to let everyone know that I will provide a general horoscope every month. It will be noted as my fortune cookie mirror reflection month to month period horoscope. So we will start with Thou Shalt Say Pisces all the way to Thou Shalt Say Aries. And this will be general, however, I'm going to start off with the tarot. And the spread that I will be doing is a little different. It's going to be a cross. This is going to be your cross for the month. And I will start on the left side with your internal self, and then I will read across to your external self, and then this is an angular reading across. And then I will provide information regarding your personal life down at the bottom and your public life up at the top. So it will be general, and I want to keep these around 10 to 15 minutes. However, it will be in depth. I will try to stick to the point and provide you with what my divine guidance enables me to share. Because even though I do have quite a bit of knowledge on all esoteric subjects, I do have my divine guides that tap in and they chime in with information that is very key and essential for me to correlate with the reading. So once I start with your tarot, your cross spread, and then I will talk about the astrology. And actually, you know what? Scratch that. Tarot is going to come after astrology. I'm going to start off with your astrological chart, and what I will explain about your astrological chart is I'm going to read it a little differently than the majority. I mean, my life, I've always wanted a simple life, and it has been nothing but other than simple. So the way I do things is a little peculiar, and it's totally a polarity in itself. I mean, I think that with what we're seeing in this new age, how everything is inverted and somewhat backwards, I am going to take another idea of the spectrum of giving a reading, and my horoscope is going to be full of new insight, and hopefully it sparks some new inspiration and gets the mind enticed to look at things from a different perspective. And hopefully by doing so, your guides, all of your divine guides, will have some new information to share with each individual. So astrologically, I will be reading the polarity points, and the polarity is nothing new, but how I'm going to decipher them is going to be a bit different. So I'm going to look at what pulls the planets from the opposing side, the oppositional energy, and that's where I'm going to gain a lot of the key information of where the energy is heading, because I've always been quite aware of the ends justify the means. So with that saying alone, the ends justify the means. Wherever the concentration of energy is with whatever planet is in whatever house, I'm going to be looking at the polarity point and the opposing energetic pull, the oppositional energy, so I can kind of entail and tap into what the planet is actually wanting to accomplish and the result of its concentrated energy in a house. So that's how I will be reading the astrology, and I will just kind of quickly skim over each planet, starting with Mercury to Saturn. So it's just going to be somewhat of the personal planets because the outer planets move a lot slower. So this is a monthly general horoscope, and if there's something that I need to add in with the outer planets, I will, but I'm going to mainly focus on your personal planets each month. And I just want to put into key emphasis that the ends justify the means. So I will be looking at the mirror reflection of the oppositional energy that pull that particular house that is triggering whatever planet is occupying the house that it's in to kind of manifest and bring into fruition a certain result, or you could say a solution. So it's going to be looking at the pull from the opposing energetic force from the opposite side of the spectrum. So it's just going to basically be whichever planet is in a particular house, or just whatever particular house is being emphasized and highlighted with the corresponding planets and the energy and the flavor they bring to the house. I'm going to be looking at the opposite side, and if the opposite side's occupied by certain planets at the same time, it'll add another distinction to the read. So that's how I'm going to be reading the astrological chart. And like I said, I'm going to be keeping these general horoscopes to about 10 to 15 minutes at the most. So after the astrology, and then I will go into the tarot. And like I said, I'll be doing a cross spread with your inner world, yourself, and then your public world, which is outside of yourself. And then I'm going to be reading about the top of the cross, which is going to be a card based on your public life, and then the bottom of the cross, which will be your personal life, something more private. Okay, so that is how I'm going to be doing the tarot. And then at the end, to tie everything all together, I will be using our beloved Bible, and I'll be incorporating bibliomancy, which is using the Bible as an oracle. And I will how I made a system to get a oracle out of the Bible and the tarot, putting the two together. I'm going to be drawing a couple cards from my deck, and anytime that I have any court cards or any people cards, they're going to be put to the side, and those are going to be some external influences outside yourself that's kind of adding to what the Bible oracle, the bibliomancy, is trying to elaborate. So, and of course I'm going to be using the numerological system, of course, to gather what page with the message that I need to be in the Bible, because the Bible is a big book, and the tarot does correspond to numbers and symbology, so forth. And once I get the message from the Bible, the two cards that I pull from the oracle and any court cards that come from it will be channeled together, and that's going to be the Bible oracle at the end that will tie everything together astrologically and the tarot. So that will be your general horoscope, and it's going to be my fortune cookie, mirror reflection, month to month period horoscope. And like I said, I'll start with Thou Shalt Say Pisces all the way to Thou Shalt Say Aries. And I hope you all enjoy them. And it's going to be on my first level membership.